What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today's episode will be a little bit different because my boy Ethan, he isn't here today. He's out of town, so I'm going to be doing this one solo. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the UCL draw for the 2020-2021 season. And in Group A, we have Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Salzburg, and Lokomotiv Moscow. This is an interesting group because Salzburg and Lokomotiv Moscow, they're not great, but they are competitive teams. But I think for sure Bayern and Atletico Madrid will advance out of this group. And Bayern versus Atletico is definitely my match to watch in this group. I feel like Park the Bus versus All Out Attack will be very interesting. Bayern, I believe they'll repeat as champions, and Atletico, Diego Simeone always gets them playing well. So it'll be interesting to see how those two teams play against each other. But now let's move on to Group B. This group is also interesting in my opinion. Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan, and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Shakhtar, Inter, and Mönchengladbach, they're all competitive. They're all going to compete with each other for that second place, but I see Real Madrid finishing first for sure. And I believe Inter will finally take that next step and finish second and make it to the knockout stage. And therefore, my match to watch in this group is Real Madrid versus Inter Milan. And now, Group C, man. I don't know what Man City does to get these easy groups. Every year, Manchester City gets the easiest group, in my opinion. So they have Porto, Olympiacos, and Marseille. And to be honest, this is the weakest group for me. Man City, I can see them winning every game as long as they don't slip up somewhere. And to be honest, I see Marseille getting second. I feel like Porto, they're going to get weakened if they lose Alex Telles. Olympiacos, they're a great side, but they don't have the financial power to compete with these other teams. So I see Man City versus Marseille, Man City and Marseille advancing, and also Manchester City versus Marseille is my match of the group right here. And in Group D, this one is very interesting because it has Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta, and Midtjylland. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. And this group for sure, Liverpool's going to win, but Atalanta, they were in form last season. They played crazy. We're going to see if they can continue that. And Ajax always does well, but over the last couple seasons, they've been losing a lot of their young talent. So we're going to see how their new young talent performs. But I believe Liverpool and Atlanta will advance. And that is also my game of the group for sure because they both attack. It's going to be a high scoring fixture between those two, I believe. And now Group E. Group E is also very interesting because there's two teams in Krasnodar and Rennes who aren't that big name, but they're very competitive and they always play tough games. And in Sevilla and Chelsea are the favorites for sure. Sevilla, they always win the Europa League. Chelsea, they have so much talent, but we have to see if they gel in time. But I do believe Chelsea and Sevilla will advance. I think Sevilla will actually get first in the group. Chelsea will get second. But keep an eye on Rennes here. They're a young side. They have Edouard Camavinga, young French superstar. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do on the big stage. Let's see if he can carry Rennes. Let's see if his back's ready for that load. But my game of the group here would have to be Sevilla versus Chelsea because Sevilla, the king of Europa League, Chelsea, all this talent. Let's see how they do against one another. And now in Group F, this group, some might say it's boring, but I believe it'll be really competitive because all these teams are pretty much equally balanced. Zenit St. Petersburg, Borussia Dortmund, Lazio, and Club Brugge. I believe Dortmund will get first in this group, and I'd have to go with Lazio to get second. Lazio, that might be a surprising pick because Zenit was in Pot 1, obviously, but I believe the Italian team will finally make that next step and make it to the group stage. They have a lot of young talent on the team, and it'll be really fun to see them in the group stage. But for me, my game of the group here would have to be Dortmund versus Lazio as well. I feel like they're the two most talented teams, and I feel like they'll produce the most goals in the fiery fixture. And now Group G, this group, oh my god, this group is amazing. Juventus with Cristiano Ronaldo, Barca with Messi. Will this be the last time they face each other on the big stage? And they're joined by Dinamo Kiev and Ferencvaros. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right as well. But for sure, I have Juventus and Barca advancing. I actually have Barca finishing first, Juventus finishing second. And this obviously is my game of the group too. Messi versus Ronaldo. That's all we can ask for. And for all the Messi and Ronaldo haters out there, stop hating in this fixture. Enjoy them. This might be the last time we see them go against each other in the Champions League, unless they face each other in the knockout stage sometime. But we have to enjoy this. Two of the GOATs going up against each other. This is going to be must-see TV here. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see how Ronaldo does back against Barca because he always gave Barca a tough time. And then Messi, he always performed against Real Madrid when Ronaldo was there. Let's see if he can do that against Juventus as well. And now Group H, my group of death. This one is scary here. PSG, Manchester United, Leipzig, and Istanbul Başakşehir. This group will be very interesting. There's so many storylines here. Obviously, a couple seasons ago, Man United, they made a comeback against PSG in Paris to knock them out. That was a crazy comeback thanks to VAR, the handball they called in the last minute when Rashford won that game. But PSG, they're going to come back hungry. They lost in the finals last season to Bayern. And I feel like they're going to win this group for sure. They're going to come hungry. They're going to come pissed off at Man United. And I feel like here it's a battle for second place between Man United and Leipzig. Obviously, Man United has more talent. But sometimes, they don't perform like their talent says they should. But I still do believe Man United will get second. But as I said, this is my group of death. Anything can happen. Pretty much all of these teams can advance. Istanbul Başakşehir probably has the least chance of advancing, in my opinion. But even then, they can produce an upset here or there. And it'll be really fun to watch this year's Champions League. I feel like a lot of the groups are really evenly matched except Man City's group, of course. I don't know who they pay in UEFA for all this, but it's kind of getting ridiculous here. And it'll be really fun to watch, like I said. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please make sure to like and subscribe on our YouTube video. Also be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Anchor as well. And also follow our social medias at Absolute Banter Network. Thank you guys. Peace.